Hello, my name is John Perreault, and this is the story of how my dad, Ozias Adrius Perreault, known to everyone as Butch, and my mum, Jean Munnery, came to meet my mother and her family, her dad Walter, her mother Florence, and her brothers Raymond, Peter, and Anthony during the war. Dad, who had a career in the Canadian Army, was a radio operator in an armoured reconnaissance crew in the Governor-General's Horse Guards. In 1943, his regiment was stationed at a temporary wartime camp at Stammer Park in southeastern England near Brighton. As he and his cohorts were involved in training and maneuvers on the Lewis Road near Brighton, the Sherman tank that Dad was in quit. So he and his buddies sought assistance in the nearby residential area. They came across the Munnery house and were immediately befriended by my very outgoing maternal grandmother, Flo. As Dad and his crew stayed with their broken vehicle for the better part of a week, as it underwent repair, he and his tank crew really got to know the Munnerys. For Dad, it became a lifelong friendship that far outlasted the war. My Uncle Raymond never hesitates to tell me and others what a great guy my dad was. Dad had letters from the family, not only during but after the war. My mother's letter correspondence with Dad only started several years after the war, as a young adult, as she and my dad came to love each other and married. We are fortunate to have a poem and handmade card that my mother's brother Peter wrote to my dad during the war. Suffice to say, some wonderful things came out of the war in the ways that folk are brought together.
One night, Butch came up to tea. Since then, a pal he's been to me. His Canadian heart is steadfast and true, and as our friend he's been true blue. Someday when this blessed war is won, and we've chased away the ruddy Hun, Butch will once more come across the sea and say, "Hiya, Pete, I've come to tea." God bless you, pal. Luck stay your way. This is all I ask for when I pray to my dear pal Butch Perreault from his little friend Peter Munnery.